You're watching the KUSI News at 6.
Welcome back. Starting tomorrow, fast food workers in California will be making $20 an hour. So this has been pushed by Governor Gavin Newsom, and it's something that's been pushed for a couple of years now. It has been met with legal challenges. Now, after several compromises at the Capitol, it is the law of the land. But there's a fascinating history as far as all of this goes. Here to break it down is Employment Attorney Annie Ellis, who's been following this from the get-go. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in.
Hi, Rafer.
So the first thing I want to get off, I don't want to bury the lead here. There's been some talk about some businesses being exempt of this and the whole Panera Bread potential scandal there. But you said now he's pushed some more businesses off of this measure?
So the original law exempted grocery stores as well as bakeries, and there was a lot of talk about his biggest donor. But last week we saw a rush law get passed, taking immediate effect, AB 610. That's going to now carve out locations that were attached or part of airports, hotels, event center, theme parks, so think Disneyland or Vaughn's or Ralph's, that have that coffee bean, Starbucks or other McDonald's inside of it. So this is interesting because it shows that the law was not thought out right. In other words, they didn't think of everything. They didn't cover all of the correct exceptions and the coverage. And maybe this wasn't the best law to begin with. If 1 week before the biggest thing, the minimum wage, takes effect, you're carving out hundreds, if not thousands, of businesses in California. So this is a bit suspect, in my opinion.
And it started out, it was met with legal challenges, the first incarnation, 2 Labor Days ago, correct? Can you talk a little bit about the history of it and how we got to the point where we are now, which sounds like it's still got a lot of wrinkles needing to be ironed out?
Yeah, the first version of this law, and again, this is the first of its kind in the nation, an industry-specific minimum wage with a council governing, certain conditions. It was going to be a $22 an hour minimum wage, and that was fought immediately in court. And you saw this really interesting sort of development where the Business Owners Coalition and the Workers Coalition, the unions, came together and said, okay, look, we see the writing on the wall. We know this is going to become law, so let's do something that we can live with. And then we saw version 2.0. It got signed last Labor Day, and this now minimum wage portion is taking effect tomorrow.
Now, and this is it. There's no more legal challenges. We've talked to a lot of restaurant owners who say it's going to sink them, but it says national change with at least 60 businesses. The thinking is they should be able to afford that.
Yeah, but read the fine print. It's regardless of ownership. And we all know McDonald's doesn't have a lot of corporate-owned locations in California. Those are small business owners. You own 5, 10, 15, if you're really lucky, 20. And so this is going to hit the bottom line. And one thing I want to mention that I don't think is getting a lot of coverage is it's not just the hourly minimum wage. If you have a salaried manager, their minimum wage is now going to go up to $83,200. That's going to be your supervisor or your manager at a McDonald's location. That's significant, whereas for the rest of the state, it's about $66,000. It's a huge increase.
That's more than a lot of people make here at KUSI. I don't mean to give industry secrets, but Annie, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Very, very insightful stuff. Thank you for coming in.
Thank
Glad
you.
Tommy booked you.